If you visited South Park City this season, you might have noticed a little table on the second floor of the Summer Brewery. We invited our visitors to write a story about our mannequins, and the response was fantastic. It was very difficult to choose just one winner, so we came up with 7. Thank you so much to everyone who participated. And now, Creepy Mannequin Theater 2021. Creepy Mannequin by Stella and Keegan. Best story told in 2 lines. Sam: Ruth, come here and have a seat right here and rest your tired body.
Ruth: Samuel, for the last time, I'm not going to sit on that darned whoopee cushion. My Mannequin Story by Ella Glowitz. Best plot twist.
The woman sitting with the baby is fed up with her husband, the man on the other side of the room. He is cheating on her with the woman leaning on the piano who is blackmailing him for money. He is also the owner of a mine. The woman playing the piano is trying to brighten the mood in the room. Finally, the woman sitting peacefully in the chair just murdered her husband and is now enjoying a nice snack. Porcelain Time Machine by Juliana McNeil. Most poetic.
As people pass from exhibit to exhibit, entrance to exit, admiring the handiwork documenting years past, one can only imagine the history of the great before. Whether it be paintings, artifacts, or a crafted doll hanging in a display window, we can only speculate what they would be thinking. I think they are thanking us for how far we've come in American history. The clothing reflects the time period of late Jane Austen, a woman famous for her stories and her old age feminism. I think the women would be proud that they could be both a mother and an entrepreneur or an inventor. The mannequins in and of themselves are porcelain time machines of gender roles past and present. While this may not be as fun or silly as children's stories about mannequins being alive, I only feel proud to be a woman in our progressive American society. Mildred Suner by Jacqueline Holmes. Most exciting. Hello, my name is Mildred Suner and I am 28 years old. A few weeks ago, I was going to visit my parents in South Park City. I boarded the stage and started my journey. It was a long, tiring journey across the rough prairie plains. Halfway through Kansas, the stagecoach was robbed. They took all of my things and all of my money. I was devastated. The thieves got away. We got to South Park City and I reported it to the sheriff. I got to my parents' house and told them what happened. They gave me some money and a new dress. Later that night, my parents had a party for me. I couldn't stop thinking about the robbery. Later the next day, I was in the general store. Those same men that robbed the stage walked in. I knew it was them when I saw the gun one of the men had. He had stole it from the stage driver. When they left, I followed them and found their hideout. I immediately reported it to the sheriff. It had turned out that they were wanted all over the state. That day, I became a hero in South Park City, and I will never forget that day.
Old Townhouse by Landon. Best names. The baby is trying to sleep while the lady plays the piano. Her name is Herbert. Miss Blanket is about to smash all the cakes with her hand. The man, Sherbert, is stressed out because he can't sit down. Miss Floor is staring at Sherbert because she likes him. The baby's mom, Miss Face, can't flip the pages because she has no soul. My Mannequin Story by Anna Jones. Most dramatic.
On a peaceful day in the manor, destruction had befallen less than a week ago. Samantha sat practicing the piano, trying to bring some cheer to the household. She had been at it for a few hours a day. The family was about done with her, and Rachel had given up playing her violin and resigned to staring at Bart, who was the cause of all of the problems. Poor Karen had finally got her child to fall asleep. When she looked up from the book she was reading, she saw Bart staring at a chair. Specifically the chair she had first met his bastardly side chick. Maybe he was finally feeling remorse for his actions. They had a child, for goodness sake. Mackenzie had tried to set up a tea party to cheer them up, but everyone had declined, so she sat by herself, eating the treat she had worked so hard to make. As everyone sat contemplating the only half-decent piano music played, Bart slowly smiled, and Karen gave him a nasty look before going back to her book.
The Old Lady Next Door by Amber McKay. Creepiest story.
We always thought she was crazy, but she took it to a whole other level. The day she died, we all rushed into her house because she had always tried to scare us away. I ran in and found strange mannequins in old clothes. I swear the one at the piano was moving. There were baby dolls and a man with thick eyebrows. The scenes were all strange, and the decorations were old. My fear continues to rise as I notice there is a cup of hot tea sitting on the table. You can imagine my surprise when the portraits on the walls staring at me blinked. I ran out of the door to find a room full of baby dolls, some without heads. This taught me a few things. Don't hoard stuff, grow up, and this lady took crazy to a whole other level. I was freaked out. I fainted and woke up in my bed like it never happened at all.
Thank you to all of our participants. We loved reading each and every one of your stories.